Understanding the nozzle. The first step to calibrate our sprayer is to understand the nozzle we are going to use. When looking at your nozzle, you will probably see something very similar to this. The name on top identifies the nozzle type and the manufacturer. The numbers at the bottom will give us both the spraying angle and the flow rate at 40 psi. The letters tell us the nozzle material. And how does that work? Well, in our example, XR is the nozzle type and TJET is the manufacturer. The first three numbers at the bottom tell us that this nozzle has a 110 degrees spraying angle. And the last two digits tell us that this nozzle has a flow rate of 0.2 gallons per minute at 40 psi. Finally, the letters tell us that the nozzle is made of stainless steel. You can use this guide to find the nozzle material. When spraying a field, there are only a few things that we can control. And they are 1. The speed of application, 2. The flow rate, and 3. The nozzle we are going to use. Let's determine that we want to spray our field using the following settings: 4 miles per hour speed, 15 gallons per acre flow rate, and we are going to use the same nozzle from the previous example. We also know that we have a 20 inches space between nozzles. Let's keep this information and go to the next steps. If you want to stick to the easy option, all you have to do is to look at the nozzle manufacturer's catalog. Make sure you're using the recommendations that match your nozzle spacing. Look into the GPA column that matches your spraying speed, and see the flow rate that is closest to your target. With that information, you can find the nozzle and the pressure you need to use to get as close as possible to the desired flow rate. In our example, we would be able to use both the nozzle we had picked before, or the 80 degrees spraying angle nozzle. We also have to make sure we are pairing them with a 50 mesh screen as shown here under the nozzle options. If you are not sure which size your strainers are, just remember they follow a color code: blue for 50, yellow for 80, green for 100, and pink for 200. If you don't know what that means, a 50 mesh strainer means that that screen has 50 openings per linear inch. It's important to note that in our case, we were able to use our chosen nozzle. But if that is not the case, we will have to change either the speed, the flow rate, or the nozzle itself. The more accurate way will involve some calculations. Using this formula, we will find the volume that needs to be sprayed by each nozzle in 1 minute in order to achieve our desired flow rate. So, if we take the previous settings and use them in the formula, we will get the flow rate per nozzle per minute that we need. Our result was 0.202 GPM. Now that you understand your nozzle, you know that it is capable of that. If you search the internet to convert gallons to fluid ounces, you will find that 0.202 GPM is the same as 25.86 fluid ounces per minute. To continue our calibration, we will divide 25.86 fluid ounces by 2 and obtain the volume that needs to come out of each nozzle in 30 seconds. Now, using a measuring cup and a chronometer, we will check the volume that is coming out of each nozzle in 30 seconds and see if it's matching with what we need. If the collected volume is not 12.93 fluid ounces, we adjust the pressure and perform the test again. Remember to always respect the pressure limits the nozzle manufacturer specifies. Please like and subscribe.